Hello guys, this is Spade626 back with, well not back, I'm starting something new. Drum set series. So I'm gonna teach you how to play the drum set. And I know you may be thinking, if you're trying to learn, oh, you're a kid or something, but just wait and you'll see. This is just the very basics, what each of the drums is and how they work and stuff. I unfortunately do not have a ride, so if you do, that's great. This is a crash ride, so I'll just be using the top here for a ride. So yeah, let's get started. Number one, this is the hi-hat right here. Mine is actually pretty low right now. No, something on the bottom is broken. So right now this, I don't know if you can see this, but this bolt was like almost unscrewed off, so it would not open very wide. Now this is going to happen to a lot of hi-hats. So you just have to tighten it up. You're just going to put it back on if it's all the way off, and if it's like almost off or it's just really loose, you're just going to tighten it back on, and it would open functionally again. So there's that set up in case that happens, which it happens to me a lot. So yeah, you can open and close it with your foot, and you can just hit it, and hit it when it's open. So you can get several different sounds from that. And then there's the crash, which is another cymbal. Mine is a crash ride, which means you can hit it here and it'll sound like a crash. Hit it here and it sounds like a ride. So it's a crash ride. So yeah, it's the two combined. Normally you'll have a crash here and a ride over on this side, but I just have one cymbal together. Then these are your rack toms, this one and this one. This is your high tom, this is your low tom. So the smaller one's going to be the high tom because it's going to make a higher sound than the lower one, the bigger one. And then down here, I don't know if you can see this, but this is the floor tom. This is going to be the bassiest, other than the kick drum. So this one's really big and just sits on the floor. So there's floor tom, rack toms, high tom, low tom. And then this is the snare. This one you hear a lot in rock grooves, and any groove in particular just has a lot of snare usually. Then usually there'll be a knob that you can turn to adjust the impact of it. You can turn it different ways to make it more good sounding, or the things will get loose or it'll get tight. So I like it sounding when it's tight. It kind of sounds like that. But for some grooves you need it loose for a different sound. Then there should also be like a lever. When it's down, it just sounds like one of the toms. It just sounds like one of the toms. When it's up, it sounds like a snare. So yeah, those are pretty much the drums and cymbals, except for the bass or kick drum. I call it the kick drum, sometimes I call it the bass, but you do it with your foot, and you just a pedal, just like with this. So the hi-hat and kick drum, bass drum, you use with your feet. And another thing is, when you're not using one of the pedals, you don't want to just take your foot off the pedal. You want to keep it on so that you're ready. Even if there's no hi-hat in the whole song you're playing, you don't want to just have it off because you want to learn with it on. So, yeah, this is just the very basics, the different drums, and how you hold your sticks. I'll get up to you in a second. So how you hold the sticks. I have Vic Firth sticks. These are just 7A classic ones. They're skinnier than the normal stick. A lot of others are thicker in diameter. So then how you hold them is you don't want to hold them at the bottom here, and you don't want to hold them toward the top. You want to hold them on a Vic Firth stick. There's like a flag. Mine, the paint is worn off, but you can kind of sort of tell. But it's like it's an American flag. When you first get your sticks, it'll be nice, clear, just painted. But mine are worn off. That's where you just put your thumb. You're just going to put your thumb right on that flag. And you can just hold it between these two fingers. But you don't want to have it like this with your index finger. You don't want it on your first knuckle. You want it on your second knuckle. So the middle knuckle right there with your thumb on the flag. Or just right below the letters that says Vic Firth. So then you can just hold it like this and kind of wiggle your fingers to do it. But then you're also going to just sort of wrap these around so you can kind of flick it just by moving these fingers. I'm just going to do the same with the other hand. It's pretty simple. And then you also don't want your thumbs on top like this. You want to turn them so they're on the side. And that's basically it. It's pretty simple. You're just going to use these fingers to hit your palm. Like when you're snapping, your middle finger goes to your palm. So that's just what's happening with all your fingers going like that. Yeah, that's basically it for stick holding and the rest of the video. So